What we're going to do to finish up here today. We'll do a couple examples where we're going to use some of these definitions to help us solve some problems. Oops, and I need a point in the middle here. Let's call it E. All right, I talked a lot about being careful with making sure that you know what the question is asking for and trying to kind of come up with a strategy of how you're going to approach a problem based on that. Okay? We had a lot of people on our quiz that didn't pay real close attention to what the directions were, and I think that's the only reason you got some of your problems wrong, a few of you, okay? So we need to be careful of that. So let's look at what we're trying to find here. The measure of angle AEC, okay? So if we go in the picture and I identify angle AEC, that's this one right here, okay? So is there a way to directly get AEC? No, because we know nothing about it, right? There's nothing written there, okay? But then you ask yourself, okay, if I knew one of the other angles, could I find AEC? Yes, any one of them, right? Based on what we've talked about, as long as I know one of the other three, I could work my way to finding that angle, okay? And I do have some information about some of the other ones, okay? So let's take a look at those two that I do have some information on, okay? BEA and CED. What do I know about those two angles? What do I classify? What are they called? And then what does that tell me about what I need to do with them? Let's have somebody who has not answered yet answer me that one. Yeah. So what does that allow me to do? Okay. So then what? Right. They're equal to each other. Oh, and name? Mark. Okay. Thank you. 3x plus 20 equals 2x plus 50. Those are vertical angles, so their measurements are equal. So I can take the little measurements they gave me there and set them equal to each other. Okay, again, take his geometry hat off, put the algebra hat on, just solve the equation. Okay, so can anybody give me a first step here to getting this thing going? Yeah? Okay, so that would leave me with 3x equals 2x plus 30. Okay, somebody else? Zach? Yeah.
Sorry, I did a different way.
Oh, well, just take a look. What can we do now?
Can we take the 3x and give it to 2x?
Other way. Subtract the 2x from the 3x.
Oh, subtract the 2x.
So we can get the x's on one side and everything else on the other. So if I subtract 2x, I'm left with x equals 30. Okay. So now you got to kind of work back into the picture here now. If x is 30, what can I figure out then? Somebody else has not spoken yet. What can I do now that I know x is equal to 30? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and name? Daniel? Yeah. So take the 30, put it back into one of the two that I have, and figure out what's the measurement there then, okay? So maybe let's just put it into the CED, okay? So 2 times 30 is 60 plus 50, 110. So this angle is 110 degrees, which means this one over here would also be 110, right? So I got both of those technically. So what is the measure of AEC then? If that one is 110, yeah, 70 degrees. Savannah, right? Yes. Okay, 70 degrees. Yep. And that's our answer. Okay, so that's how you can do that sort of thing. We used vertical angles to help set that thing up. Okay, let's try another one. This one's going to be kind of more of a word problem. Let's see if we can follow along with what's going on here. So first, and this one's not even going to have a picture. So it's angle 3 is the complement of angle 4, and the measure of angle 3 is 71 degrees. So the measure of angle 4 equals what? Now, the only reason I did this one is because it's just a different kind of verbiage in here. Angle 3 is the complement of angle 4. What that means is angle 3 and angle 4 are complementary together. Okay? So this problem is actually not too hard once you consider that fact. Okay? So I want someone who has not answered anything yet to help us with this one. Yeah, go for it. 19 degrees. Good. Oh, and name? Gabby. Got it. Okay, 19 degrees. Okay, so I'm going to take this idea and I'm going to put a little extra twist on it. See if you can take it a step further here. So let's say angle GHI is we'll go supplement this time, of angle ABC. And let's see, the measure of GHI is 5 times that of angle ABC. So find the measure of angle ABC. All right, so this one's going to take a little bit more thought. So we've got two angles that are supplementary, right? So somebody who's not spoken. Yeah, go for it.
Taylor, and they add up to 180.
Good. Yep, thanks, Taylor. They add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so we're going to start with that in our head. And then we know that the measure of GHI is 5 times that of the measure of angle ABC. Okay, so we need two angles. Okay, or think of it this way. We need two numbers that add up to 180 degrees, but also one is 5 times the other one. Okay, one is 5 times one, they got to add up to 180, these two numbers. Okay, we can use algebra to help us with this. Okay, so we're going to introduce a variable. So let's say the measure of angle ABC is x. Don't know what it is. So that's why we have algebra. For when we don't know what things are, we call it x, just for now. Okay. If the measure of angle ABC is x, what should the measure of GHI be in terms of x then? Yeah.
5x.
5x. Good. Oh, and name? Tori. Thank you. Yeah, 5x, right? It's 5 times the other one. So I have 5x and x. And what has to be true about x and 5x? Yep.
Plus 5x equals 180.
Right. When we add them together, they should be 180. Nolan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so x plus 5x is 180 degrees. Now we got an equation to solve, so we can figure this out. X plus 5x, 6x. Divide each side by 6. 30. Okay, so let's see if 30 is actually the answer, because we got to double check. So x was the measure of ABC. And my question was, find the measure of ABC. So is that my answer? Yeah, that is. So 30 degrees is the measure. And you can, and if you want to, we can double check it. 30 plus what is 180? 150. Okay, so my two angles should be 30 degrees and 150 degrees. Is 150 degrees 5 times 30 degrees?
Yes.
Yeah, so I get those two angles work, right? One's 5 times the other, and they add up to 180, so I got them. Okay? I think that's going to be enough for what you guys need.